It's a huge racing week in Hong Kong. Welcome to Racing to Win. We're going to have all the news for Champions Day coming up and also focus on Happy Valley on Wednesday night. So it's a big jam-packed show. The big names will appear. There was plenty of them out at trackwork on Tuesday morning. Paul Ully, Tom Wood joins us. And Tom, there's so much to look forward to.
Yeah, there certainly is. So Mark, hello to you and to everyone. Plenty of visitors turning up in town. The stars are all here and there's plenty happening over the next few days. Obviously, racing at Happy Valley Wednesday night, the Lusitano Challenge Cup, the main event, but a mixture of Class 3, 4 and 5 action. There
is indeed. Paul Ully joins us too. Jackpots for Wednesday night, Paul.
Yeah, there's two. There's $1 million going into the fourth double trio, the last two races, and also $1 million going into the last race as well for the quartet and first four merge pools. So a couple of good jackpots there going. A lot of last start winners in there on Wednesday night as well.
The reason we saw last week, there was quite a few back-to-back winners that come out of the program also. Sha Tin, Tuesday morning, Paul. Let's have a look at some of the contenders for Champions Day coming up on Sunday, of course, and this is one of the Australians, the French-bred Royal Patronage out of the Waterhouse and Bott stable.
Yeah, just nice, quiet. I mean, most of these horses have done their work. They'll probably do one bit of fast work leading into their final run before Sunday. You can see he's just having a good look at the grass here, good look around Sha Tin, so nice and easy work for him.
He's had plenty of travel, this horse. Of course, he is now in the stable of Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott, but he actually started his career in the UK and he was placed in some good races over there and wasn't beaten too far in the Doncaster last time out behind Steffi Magnetica.
Here is Australia's best chance, you'd imagine, Tom, Mr Brightside.
They'd love some rain. There is a bit of rain forecast sort of Thursday, some more probably on Friday and maybe a little bit on Saturday. He obviously had a very fast track at Sha Tin over the weekend, so they ideally would like a little bit of rain. Paul, the comment I think I read somewhere was give in the track is very important to them.
Yeah, it's quite amazing that actually if it rains on Saturday, the track can sometimes be harder on Sunday because they don't want it.
Goliath, Paul, with that extravagant style that he has, most notable when he walks. He's got the super axiom walk happening.
Yes, isn't he? He's got that, he stomps his back leg down, but you can see him, ears pricked. He seems to be happy here, Goliath, and he's a good chance there for France and just doing it nice and easy as he comes down.
He's got some terrific form. Obviously, that win at Royal Ascot over a bit further, over a subsequent ARC winner there as well.
Great to see this horse back, Tom. Liberty Island Place when we last saw her behind Romantic Warrior. Things not going to plan in Dubai.
No, they didn't really go to plan at all in Dubai for her. There was some sort of talk that she might have been in season over there. Obviously, she was second here behind Romantic Warrior, chased home Soul Rush and him last time out there. That was him first, or her rather, first up last time out as well. She hadn't run since December, so I think she should come on for that run.
Fellow Japanese runner, Paul, who we know quite well, Prognosis, and James McDonald takes the ride on this horse this year.
Yeah, look, an interesting jockey booking there, isn't it? And Prognosis has been here 3 times before, knows way around Sha Tin, seems to have settled in there and has gone very good races all 3 times been here.
Yeah, misses the start all the time though and gives them a head start. So that run in the Kinko show last time out was a rain-affected track, so I'm not sure that was totally up his alley.
Yeah, he finished down the track in that. One horse we haven't seen during that package is the Kiwi Elvinador, has arrived in Hong Kong along with his trainer, Stephen Marsh.
Yeah, look, I'm very happy. Obviously a very minor setback with a hind foot. He's still been working in the quarantine area. But today was his first day on the main track. I thought he strode out beautifully. He's very well. He didn't really like going past that big screen for the first time, so I had to run along with him. But second time he is perfect and he's very well, he's happy, and I couldn't fault the way he's going. Yeah, well, look, you can't beat winning form, and his last 3 starts have been Group 1s. So he's right at the top of his game. He's travelled here good. It's obviously a different story. We're on the world stage here. We've got all the internationals to deal with. But we do have Zach Purton on, which is great. He is the greatest, and it's a privilege to have him on our horse.
Good to see Stephen supporting the New Zealand sporting teams there too with the Raiders cap on, Tom.
Big Canberra supporter.
Elvinador, very well credentialed, 3 Group 1 wins at his last 3 starts.
Yeah, obviously for a horse like him in the modern era, not many horses have sort of won Group 1 races like he has in that sort of period of time over about 3 or 4 weeks, winning 3 Group 1 races in that period. He's probably got a bit to find on a few of these, Paul, on some of those runs, but he's a horse that puts himself into the race. He's genuine, he's tough.
He's tough. He'll probably lead too. I think that's the plan with him. There doesn't look to be a leader in the race, so it'll be a catch me if you can. He was a sprinter originally, and he's reinvented himself here as a 2,000 metre horse.
Important to note, being 2,000 metres, barrier draw takes place on Thursday. You can find everything you need this week on the website. There's the details for Sunday. Event starts at 11:15. 3 Group 1s. $250 the Chairman Sprint Prize, 4 o'clock the FWD Champions Mile, and 4:40 the FWD QE2. There'll be track work shows on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday on the website, and that barrier draw live. It's usually around 11 o'clock, but the details are for you on the website. Always important from the 2,000 metre start point, in particular the barrier draws. OK, let's focus on Happy Valley now. On Wednesday night, it is meeting 65. C-Course in use for the 9 races. The first gets underway at 6:40. The 2 races that we focus on, the 8th and the 9th. The 2 Class 3s, 1,000, 1 over 1,800 metres. And the Orchid Handicap is the 8th horsepower, has to carry the top weight again. He's 1-2 from 3, including a win at Happy Valley. Youthful Spirits goes forward. Sports Legend and Healthy both coming back in trip. Casa of Honour made his debut from a wider gate than what he will have on Wednesday night. Star Performer comes to the Valley for the first time. And Parents Love comes into the field, Paul, after winning down the straight at Sha Tin last time. He races well at the Valley, but he also injects pace into the race.
Yeah, as does Youthful Spirits. He's probably the fastest horse out of the barriers at the moment in Hong Kong. So he's going to go forward. Parents Love's going to go forward. With that wide draw. He was in Class 5 earlier on. He's up into Class 3 now. Casa of Honour showed a lot of pace in his debut here in Hong Kong. Celestial Colours is a 1,000 metre horse as well with a lot of pace. Sports Legend can go forward. Healthy led in his old days. So it's going to be a lot of pace in this race.
Our focus is Casa of Honour. Nick spoke to his jockey earlier today. It is Matthew Pune.
Matthew Pune, you've been in really good form all season, and you're going to ride Casa of Honour for the second time. Talk me through his debut, Matthew. It was a really good first run here in Hong Kong.
Of course, really happy how he won first start. Like in Class 3, lots of speed horses. He still raced really well. Yeah.
And he's a PP, Matthew, and it's not easy for them to win on their first run in Hong Kong, but I guess the way he raced and he hit the line strongly, that he would have certainly come away from the race full of positive thoughts with him, and a horse, maybe a nice horse for the future.
That's what we expect. Like first start, wide draw, he already performed really well, and we expect after one race he probably will be more fitter and yes.
Good draw as well. You mentioned the barrier draw. You're in 4 this time, so a good draw, a good barrier for him there?
Yeah, like better barrier. After 1-1, he will probably more fitter, so we expect he will run well and one better.
And before his first race, Matthew, I mean, you trialled him. He trialled really well, so he's got a big engine, this horse, hasn't he? He's certainly got the ability.
I like him. I can tell he improved after every trial. Yeah, and I'm pretty happy how he progressed. So I think he only will get better and better.
Yeah, indeed. As for you personally, you're up to 29 winners this season, so he could bring up 30 for you. It just continues to be a really good season for you, Matt.
Yeah, that's my plan. How you do that? Yeah. Well, I hope more winner to come, and I'm very hungry, so yeah, do my best.
He's been doing very well all season, has Matthew Pune. Tom, we're just going to focus on the horse that we saw in the replay during that interview, Youthful Spirits. We know he goes forward. His trainer, Mark Nunham, is actually the leading trainer at Happy Valley this season.
His horses around Happy Valley have been doing a terrific job all season and through the year. It is Sha Tin, All Weather and also Happy Valley. He's won 36 races so far, but at Happy Valley, 30 of those 36, 19 have come at the city circuit with a whole host of placings there as well. He's got some good strike rates there, Paul. He's got quite an interesting first starter coming up Wednesday night as well, who's been looking really handy at the trials.
He's had 3 trials, he's won 2 of them. He looks really good. I think that's his best chance on that page. Power Cap obviously has been going well. He's a 7-year-old now, so see how long he keeps his form up for. But on that page for sure, incredible moment. Looks a good chance for me.
Yeah, he certainly does. Power kept backing up, but yeah, incredible moment, that first starter we speak of there. Big stride start perform, but he actually wasn't too bad down the straight first up the South African import, and I'd say excellent value, some sort of a chance in that last race as well.
So he'll be looking to carry on Mark Nunham and add to that tally of 19 wins at Happy Valley this season. On we go, Tom, to sports legend running third over 1,200 metres last time. Ellis Wong's going to take a £7 claim on him this week, and he's a horse that has been racing recently over 1,200 metres.
Yeah, and he's coming back to the 1,000 here. He's 0 from 3. That's sort of a big concern for me when both of his wins have come over 1,200 metres. They sort of said he was disadvantaged by being up on the pace last time out in a race where those sections were inside standard, wasn't able to go on.
Yeah, I'm with you. I didn't put him in for that reason. I prefer him over the 1,200.
He has had a start since that race too. That was on the all-weather. Sparkling Fellow Paul and Celestial Colours raced down the straight at Sha Tin last time. Celestial Colours has placed course and distance, and Sparkling Fellow's been to Happy Valley once. He ended up with some blood in the trachea, so had an excuse that he's only look at the valley.
Yeah, that's just a little concern there. But look, it was a good run here. He didn't get much of a go down the straight, Sparkling Fellow. He'll get back, but with all the pace in the race, I think he'll get his chance. And Celestial Colours from Barrier 3 should get his opportunity as well.
He's off about his last winning mark, Celestial Colours, a rating of 75 this time round. I think Sparkling Fellow could be the horse that gets over top of them here. Dashed on strongly when he finally got clear last time out. I think the pace will suit to him, and the only bad run he's had was when he did have blood in the trachea.
He did. That is that pair, Tom. Now back to Sha Tin we go for Parents Love, whose best form had been at Happy Valley prior to this race, and he just kept on this day. He's going to cop pressure, though, Youthful Spirits and Cass Ravonna in the race.
Yeah, that's going to soften him up. So he's 10 days on from this run. Just wanted to hang in a little bit here over the final stages. Was able to hang on over the final little bit as well with all the others chasing him down. But with all that pressure, Paul, I think that's going to soften him up big time.
Yeah, especially with Youthful Spirits in the race. Look, he got to a rating of 38 this season at his second run. He's now up to 62. Comes up to Class 3 as well. So I just wonder how far he's going to go. This doesn't look like a right race for him with all his pace underneath him.
That is a Parents Love. Then we go to a couple of likely swoopers in the race. Paul, Tom mentioned Star Performer. Wasn't that far away at his last run at Sha Tin over the 1,000, and Horsepower. He is one horse that should love the high pace in the race, shouldn't he?
Yeah, he's the one I'm going to go with. He's 1 for 1 over this course and distance. His Horsepower. Look, he's. He was a little bit further back here. He sort of ran on a little bit, ended up in sort of midfield. He was no match for the winner, obviously, but coming back to Happy Valley looks appealing.
Yeah, the comment from Matthew Chadwick was last start, just wanted to lay out a little bit over the last 150 metres and might have been slightly disadvantaged by not having a horse sort of immediately directly to his inside, where he had improved between runners in his prior starts, so maybe just got a little bit lost there late.
He has been to Happy Valley where he has won, so he's the one to beat for you, Paul.
Yeah, and look, Jack Purden rode him that day at Happy Valley, and he's riding him once again here. So he's on top to beat. Castle of Honour was a good debut run from him. Celestial Colours goes in there for third. I think he can get into the trail and see if Youthful Spirits can hang on. 1-7-3-2.
Well, there's going to be lots of pace here, that's for sure, and I think it could suit Sparkling Fellow. He's going to need a few things to go his way from barrier 12 here for Brenton of Della and David Hall, but out of his 4 starts, just had that one little issue where he had blood in the trachea behind Colourful King. Of course, he's in good form at the moment, but Sparkling Fellow, unlucky last start. Horsepower's got the big weight here of 135 to carry from a wide draw, but the pace should suit him as well. Youthful Spirits will be there for a long way, and Celestial Colours hasn't won for a while, but has been better in his last few starts. 9, 1, 2 and 3.
That has been the first part of Racing to Win. It's break time now. We'll come back with a whole lot more on today's show right after this. Welcome back to Racing to Win. Our focus is Happy Valley on Wednesday night. The break's just been on, and that means we turn straight, Paul, to your last run reminder, and it is Sky Vino.
Yeah, a huge run from this horse because they went really quick, and he was 3 or 4 wide. You can see there he's wide out of the first straight, and he didn't give it away at all, this horse. He's still 3 wide around that bend, almost 4 wide, and he couldn't really get in at all. You can see that for yourself there in the yellow and green colours. They went 1.81 seconds faster than standard, and there he is. He's challenging for the lead at this stage. The other ones that were on the pace are starting to drop off, but he was still fighting there with about 100 metres to go. ended up running 4th, and he wasn't too far away from the winners. Any sort of run in this race, he's drawn 10, but there's not as much pace in this run, and he should be able to get across easy. I think it'd be tough to beat.
A member of the Casper Found stable, race 6, number 2, Sky Vino is the last run reminder for Wednesday night. Last race at the Valley is our focus now. It is over the 1800 metres into Class 3. Money Catcher comes back in trip. Tira Mascot goes up in distance. Beauty Alliance ran in the Derby last time. He won his 2 starts prior to that at the Valley. Fallon's racing well. Jumbo Legend last start winner goes up an extra £8 for it. Excellence Value has his first go over the 1800 metres. Charity Gain wears cheek pieces for the first time. Chain of Gold's placed at the trip. Lean Heroes up in distance. And Northern Beast has been top 3 all times he's raced over the 1800 metres. Around Happy Valley, Paul, and Good Luck Win will get the lead this week.
I think so. Look, he's got no weight on his back, so he'll go across. Luck his back, likes to go forward. Now, I'm not sure where Money Catcher is. He hasn't won for a long, long time, Money Catcher. He's been out of form, but he's drawn 11. He'll try and get outside the leader. There is a big run for that first bend. Beauty Alliance has put himself right on the pace when he won his 2 races here at Happy Valley. Just looks more suitable in Class 3 event for him. Northern Beast has led in the past. He shouldn't be too far away. Excellent Value should get this opportunity. And Lead Hero should be a little bit closer than he was last start.
Jumbo Legend is a last start winner, and Nick spoke to his rider. It's Harry Bentley.
Harry, race 9, good race on Wednesday night's programme. You're renewing the relationship with Jumbo Legend, who you were on last time, got the win, and he was good over the 22.
Yeah, he was. Naturally, there was always going to be question marks whether the trip was suitable, but he stayed every yard, and it was a really good performance.
He's a fascinating runner, isn't he? You mentioned staying, of course. I mean, he's got wins over 1200 and 22. That's got to be quite a unique feat, I think, isn't it, really, to be able to win from that sort of sprint distance up to 2200 metres?
Yeah, there can't be many that have done that. Yeah, I remember him winning over 12 on multiple occasions and just flying home. But, you know, credit to the horse. He relaxed really well over the 2200 and never gave me a feeling that he wasn't going to stay out the trip. I mean, I had done a trial here at Shartin over 1600 leading up to the race, and he gave me all the right feels, and it wasn't really in doubt when I rode him then.
Is it just the type of horse he is to ride? I mean, he looks always that he settles and relaxes nicely in his race and saves himself for the end. So I guess in that respect, he's a horse who, can have that little bit reserved for the finish.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, if he can just relax and put his head down, which he did last time, then naturally he's just going to be able to conserve that energy for late on when he needs it. And yeah, I mean, back down to 1800, that's not going to be an issue.
Got the better of Fallon last time. Both horses renew acquaintances this time, and you're getting £3 from him this time, so there is a turnaround in the weights, but I guess you'd be fairly keen and confident that you can confirm that form.
Yeah, I am. He's given me no inclination that he can't go and do the same again. Naturally, Fallon and myself are off more similar weights, or closer in the weights, but I'm very confident and happy with how my horse is coming into the race.
That is Harry Bentley talking about Jumbo Legend. Tom, we move on to a horse that you've always been keen on, certainly around Happy Valley in recent times. Beauty Alliance, we go back 2 runs ago for him. He has run in the Derby, and he finished 12th in the Derby, but he'll head back to a track that he's more than proven at.
Yeah, course and distance, 2 starts, 2 wins. Alexi Bedell, obviously this was the race that got him into the Derby. Beauty Alliance here, and was had a good battle with the Northern Beast up until about the 200 metres and put the rest of them well and truly to the sword. He's trialled up really well since Paul is under a good hold on the all-weather, covered some ground. He's the one to beat.
Yeah, he looks the one to beat. I agree with you totally there with Beauty Alliance. Back to Class 3 from the Derby looks a lot easier.
That is Beauty Alliance. We're just going to have a quick look at his report card now. And there it is, Paul. And Happy Valley, 3 starts, 2 wins.
Yeah, I think that's the key, isn't it? Coming back to the Valley he's got 8, but I think Alexi Bedell can get him across sort of outside the leader. As we said, there's a long run to that first bend. So it's the kindest start in Hong Kong at Happy Valley is the 1800 metre start.
And he's obviously got that form around Fallon, who he beat as well, and also with Jumbo Legend there, and they've been racing and performing well.
That is a Beauty Alliance. Tom, we move on to Chain of Gold and Lean Hero. Chain of Gold likes to get back and run on. He's drawn barrier number 12, but he's coming off this 5th behind Aestheticism. Just the 2 goes at the 1800 at the Valley for that 1 placing.
He ran on from back in the field here, beaten 2.5 lengths. Obviously, he's got some form around Hong Lok Golf as well, but he's not a prolific horse, Paul, by any stretch. 1 from 17, that's a bit of a turn-off, I think.
Yeah, he's getting down towards that winning rating, though. That was off 61. He's at a rating of 63 now. Got him in on the minor line, Chain of Gold, because the last couple of runs, he has actually caught the eye finishing off nicely enough.
Excellence Value is our next replay. Paulie runs third in this race behind Unicorn, who's been around him the last 2 starts. Third to him, beat Unicorn 2 runs ago, and he gets another lovely draw this week.
Yeah, he's drawn well, so he will get the opportunity from barrier number 1. 2 starts here at Happy Valley for that win and the placing as well. I suppose the query is the 1,800 metres for him.
Yeah, so he's stepping from 1650 here, and so just could see him knock up a little bit there over the final stages. He sort of went to improve at about the 700 metres and was wider and probably just came to the end of his run there. So with more of an economical run here, hopefully from barrier number 1, hopefully that leaves him a bit more stamina there at the end.
And finally, Tom, we look at the replay of Good Luck When we go back 2 starts ago for when he won in Class 4. He didn't have much go his way, his first go in Class 3.
Yeah, it was a bit of a horror show last time out. Endeavoured to try and find the lead and then got caught wide. And if you go back and read the steward's report, said the rider made an error of judgment, not trying to tuck in earlier rather than trying to sort of progress to the lead, which ultimately didn't work out for him. But he'd been in good form up until that last run, Paul.
Yeah, he had been. So we'll just see if he can come up into this grade and do it. Look, there's no real leader in the race. I mean, Northern Beast can go forward, but I think he'll try and get across and lead this time.
That is some runners in the last, Paul. Who wins it?
I think Beauty Alliance looks the one here coming out of the Derby. He looks the standout in this race. Charity Gain as a horse who's been very consistent. He gets back and he'll be running on strongly. Chain of Gold, another one's been running on recent races. Andrea Zini's been in great form as well. And then Fallon, 3894.
Yeah, I think Beauty Alliance certainly picks himself here, coming back out of the Derby, 2 from 2 course and distance, and went forward in the Derby but wasn't able to go on. 8 Charity Gain, I think certainly is a must. He's been very consistent coming back from 2,200 metres. Excellent Value drawn barrier 1 for Ferraris, and Nunham has trialled since and ran third in that trial. And Fallon got a bit stirred up in the yard again last time out, Fallon, which is not unusual, and kicked the fence but still ran well behind Jumbo Legend there. They had a good battle over the final stages. 3, 8, 7 and 4.
And a reminder, everything you need, race by race previews and everything relating to Champions Days on the website hkjc.com. Click on audio and video for those race by race previews. Best bet time, please, Paul.
Yeah, keen on Sky Venino. We talked about him at the last run reminder, and look, he just had no luck whatsoever in that race. He's been very consistent, loves Happy Valley. And the play we're going to do in Old Boy, which is Harmony and Blessed. The thing with Harmony and Blessed is that he's been taken on for the lead in his last 4 or 5 starts, and he does look the leader in this race, so there might be a bit of value there. We'll do the play in race 3. Swagger Bro was unlucky at his last start. Jolly Ruler caught the eye, and Incredible Moment. The debutant, 357 QQP.
Best in the last with Beauty Alliance, John Size and Alexi Bedell. He's race 9 at number 3. The Value, All's Well, who put up some good sectionals over the final stages, did All's Well. He's lining up in race number 4 on the program. The son of Frost at over 1,000 metres, drew 9. He's got 3 this week. Was the quickest 210.72, the quickest 400 of the race 21.82, and also the quickest split from the 4 to the 2. So there was a lot to like about his first up run. All's Well, and the play in that last race with the Beauty Alliance, team him up with Excellence, Value and Charity Gain.
Flying Road, good draw. Barrier number 1 on the C course, so perfect gate for him. Tony Cruz horses have been going well at the Valley. The play, race 1, the Old Boy, Wood on Fire, has been racing without a whole lot of luck. Draw 7 this week, 7-time winner gets an opportunity. And the play, Jumbo Treasure, impressive last time. Flying Road and BN Venino in a QQP in race number 5. That has been Racing to Win, Tom, for Happy Valley. As the graphic comes up, the centrepiece is all the focus. It is Sunday.
Yes, more Group 1 racing, the 3 of them. So we're down to our final 4 Group 1s of the season. 3 of them come up at the weekend. So Paul, who are you most looking forward to seeing?
Look, I'm going to look for a horse on the undercard called Invincible Shield. I think he's won his last 2. I think he could be a star coming up in Hong Kong the way he's been winning.
And trial ball too. But before we get there, Happy Valley on Wednesday night. We'll see you at 6:40.